Welcome back to the Trending Brief. It has been a short while, and I do apologise for my inactivity on posting. I fell for that trap where I wasn't quite sure what else to post because there's nothing significantly was happening. But although I've been posting on my YouTube Shorts and my TikTok, do check up on those if you haven't already. First of all, I want to thank you for all those this past week who's even subscribed. It really means a lot. I'll leave their screenshots here of who you are. It means a lot, and I'll tag you guys down below because it still really means a lot. And the fact you guys are giving some form of attention and your time to me means the world to me. I'm starting my new job on Monday. If you might have seen from my last couple of videos previously, I was offered the job. But we will be discussing, I think, just maybe 2 or 3 things that everyone should do before being offered the job. Especially if they're applying for jobs, and then just how to conduct yourself. And I think it will really benefit and maximise, especially your first week. It's very important for induction week. I was expecting it to be like 2 or 3 days, but it turns out to be 5 days induction. But again, it's getting a bit colder, so of course a bit more preparation. And the fact that I will be travelling to another city for now for this job just means extra preparation. But I think really I want to see if I could just maximise your guys' experience and make it less, feel, make it feel less of an obstacle, especially once you tick all these boxes. But we shall talk soon. How's it going? Well, we're back home, and I think it's really important I highlight, I think these 3 key things I've actually learnt, especially when it comes to jobs, things to expect, how to control yourself emotionally. Because the problem is when you get offered a job, and maybe most of you have applied for hundreds, if not thousands of jobs, and it's all very exciting when you get offered that job after all the work you've put in. Maybe all the hours between preparation and maybe doing tests. But I'd say number 1, when being offered a job on the phone, you find a lot of these recruiters have a time frame. They might make you wait for 2 weeks. But if they ask you, do you accept the job over the phone? Make sure to read the contract before. Do not be afraid of asking them to hand over or send you an email of the contract drafted. Why? Because to make sure that all the underlines are comfortable, making sure that you're protected, making sure the pay and the breaks and everything's very important. Don't be afraid of asking them questions back. At the end of the day, you are a number, and they always have their own targets and deadlines. But although sometimes they usually make you wait a week or 2 because they have to confirm with HR so forth before even approving you. So do not be afraid of making them wait for you. That would be my number 1 rule. Number 2, always make sure that anything they agree with you in terms of pay, in terms of confirmation of performance management, you get it by email. Do not be afraid of asking these questions by email, because again, the more evidence for you, the better. I would say number 3 as well. Understand that when you start a new job, most of these people, don't fall for the trap of being a family. Don't feel the need to express yourself too much as far as personal details. Really highlight what their expectation is from you. Be very clear, be very precise, and demand it back from them. I would say at the end of the day, make sure you don't fall for the trap of trying to over-impress everyone at the same time, to the point where they end up asking you to do more than you're supposed to do. This is probably something I've learned the hard way many years ago, over even in my time in career, when, maybe you want to climb up the ladder, you end up agreeing yes to everything, but, in the end, it doesn't pay off. So always make sure that, you fully understand the role entailed to you. Have a very clear decision whether or not it's a company you also want to progress further in. That's really important for my understanding. I'll say from my own personal experience. So many people fall for this trap where they want to impress everyone. And of course, I think it's always important to do the best to your ability. But, make sure that they're not taking you for a ride or taking advantage over you. I would also say, really get to learn your sort of managers. Okay, make sure you've got the support. If you have any hearing problems, impairment, disability, special needs, just make sure you understand which managers are which. Really important to be on the better side of your managers. Worst case scenario, you don't want to be in a situation where managers despise you, especially on your first week. Why? Because this will certainly set the tone for however long you're going to be there. It doesn't matter if you're there for 3 weeks, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years. You want to make sure you get as many people on board with you as much as possible. But that doesn't mean setting yourself short. Just make sure you set the boundaries and you focus on your tasks. Those will probably be my main key tips, if you like, to really just make sure that you are mindful about, especially when you start a new job. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree with that or not. At the end of the day, a job is a job. Don't fall for the whole, they're your family. Yes, be kind. Nothing wrong with hanging out with work colleagues, but do make sure that you're doing things outside of work. You do not. I've been in a position before where I ended up doing nothing but work and nothing was on my head but work. And it didn't really pay off. Yeah, went to the gym, fine. But actually make sure you got social relationships with other people, not just people at work. It's very easy to get caught up in just the work mentality and the organization we're around, especially if you're not socializing outside of work. Understandably, can be very difficult, but I think it's very important you pay attention to those. But really, thank you for listening, and I hope some of this works out well for you. And again, if for you disagree, leave a comment down below. I'm actually interested to know if you think these are good tips or not, but these are purely just from my own personal experience. I will see you guys soon. Take care.